Alright, I gotta go to work, buddy. I love you. Where's Eleanor? I can't see her. Let's go to work. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It is 4:32 in the morning. My report time is 5:30 a.m. So I do want to get into the airport and try and grab something to eat. I've desperately tried to grab something on the way to the airport, but everything was closed. Dunkin's, McDonald's, everything. It's Las Vegas. Why don't we have a 24-hour McDonald's? But I do need to eat something. I hate strong word. I strongly dislike early morning shows in base. I'd much rather an early morning show on the East Coast, which is ridiculous because, it's a 3-hour time difference. But here at home, I have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to be able to shower, put this into shape, get my uniform on, make sure everything's in my car, make sure everything's charged, make sure the cat's food, litter box, water, food, blah, blah, blah. There's so much I have to do. And I hate early morning shows here at home. Bitch and moan, bitch and moan, bitch and moan. But today, I'm going to be flying C. I have a 3-day trip that's worth like 22 hours credit. Part of that is because we're flying to Colombia, the country, not the state. And I'm going to be flying in back. I'm going to choose position C. In my airline, I'm responsible really just for the aft galley. That's it. I fly lead most of the time, and I love it. I love flying lead because I know that I have a certain skill set. All revolving around my mouth and how I can use it. Well, that sounds really bad. How I can calm people down. I know I can deliver news that's not great in a way that people accept. And, I have certain skill sets that I really do use when I'm flying lead, but I've been lead so much lately. I need a break. And we're doing an international trip today, and I don't want to have to deal with being in charge of distributing declaration forms or blah, blah, blah. So I am going to get into the airport now because I'm going to try and grab something at Shake Shack, maybe, possibly. And then I will see you either in the airport or where are we doing today? We're flying to Charlotte, and then we're flying to Fort Lauderdale today. So I'll see you at some point before, hopefully, I get to Fort Lauderdale. Toodaloo. Shake Shack was open. There was no line, and this looks like a heart attack in my hand. 2 eggs, bacon and cheese on a soft little roll here. I hope this holds me over until I get to Fort Lauderdale. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale, where there are no mystery stains on the sofa here because it's genuine plastic leather. It's almost hygienic. Oh my goodness. Oh, the pillows don't want to stay on because that's so slippery. So hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. We had 2 legs today. The first was probably 3.5 hours. The second leg was about an hour and a half. Nothing, heartbreaking, really very easy, very normal flights. The first one, most people slept the entire time, which is nice, but it's also, when we do service, for example, that's one of my favorite times on a plane because we actually get to interact with passengers. And with my position being in the aft of the aircraft, the back galley, I don't interact with the guests as much as I usually do when I'm flying up in front as lead. I do miss that, but it was quite nice to be flying in the back. My main concern is the aft galley. That's my main concern, and the lavatories to make sure that they're maintained. I also do an aisle walk. One of us is supposed to do an aisle walk every 10 minutes or so that there's always a visible flight attendant in the cabin at some point so that we can be available for passengers if they have questions or any needs. That was it. Super easy. The first leg was super easy. The second leg, we were completely full. We had a lot of non-revs on board. I think they were deadheading. I think they're being repositioned or coming home from a trip. I don't know. But every seat was taken. And, most of our guests were fantastic. There was one instance where someone they didn't misbehave, but they were just overstepping what most normal people would do around a service animal. They were just I think they were trying to goad the animal into behaving differently, a service dog. And I witnessed this behavior. I'm not going to describe it. I said, excuse me, that's making me uncomfortable. This is a service animal. Please respect the service animal. And yeah, it was someone who was old enough to know what they were doing. And so that was my only gripe on the plane, but that was it. Otherwise, super easy day, super simple. Mostly, again, because my position is so different in the back of the aircraft. In this case, I just let the other people do what they have to do. It's not my responsibility, as it usually is when I'm flying lead. Blah, blah, blah. So I ate that egg sandwich this morning in Las Vegas. That was about 4:50, 5 o'clock in the morning when I ate that sandwich. Since I've eaten some cherries, I don't think there's any more cherries for me. I think the season is over. And what else did I have? I ate some sliced, dried, sweetened mango. So that's what I've eaten all day long. I am starving. So I'm going to throw some couscous, and I got another one of those tikka vegetarian potato curry, whatever it was that I made last time. So I'm going to throw that in the microwave, settle in, eat, probably play a video game for a little while, and then get a nice early night's sleep. Oh, I forgot to complain. You know, I love to complain. I love to bitch and moan. Oh my God. But you know how much I love my cats. You know how much I love my cats. They are my life. I wanted to strangle both of them this morning. Not really, because I love them so much, but they did get me. I got to sleep last night. I got to sleep probably about 9 o'clock last night. I was aiming for 7. I woke up at 3. But so I woke up at like midnight. And the minute I turn or make any noise, the cats are like, oh, what? Are you up? Are there treats involved? Are you awake? Are there treats? And, you know, I settled them down. But they both woke me up around 2 o'clock in the morning. Just, I guess, tired of waiting for their morning treats. And so they both woke me up. Buddy was very vocal right in my ear. Meow, meow, meow. I'm like, oh my God. So, you know, I love them. They are my life. They are my life. One day when they're gone, I'm gonna kick myself for even complaining about their meowing. But this morning it was rough. It was rough. I don't know how people survive having children. I can't imagine. But so I'm gonna play a video game for a little while. I'm gonna get a nice and early night's sleep this evening. I could be taking the 9 o'clock shuttle, but I'm thinking of taking the 8:30 shuttle so I can grab a little bite to eat. We're staying in the same hotel tomorrow night, and the front desk person said that if we would like to, we can leave our suitcase in the room. And normally something I would not do, but because we stay in this hotel fairly regularly, and I trust the hotel that they're going to leave my stuff here, I'm going to leave my suitcase, but I'm going to take my tote bag with me that has all of my required items, including my passport, because I will have to go through customs tomorrow, because we're going to Cali, Colombia. Not looking forward to it. Mostly because I'm lazy and I hate going through customs. But I'm going to make sure I have the mobile passport thing on my phone before I go to bed. And I think that's it. I will see you tomorrow, but unless I have a thought, of course, I'll see you later. But let me eat. I clearly can't even think clearly. Clearly can't think. Zoop. See you later. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. It is 8:49 a.m. I took the 8:30 shuttle to get here a little bit early because I'm always randomed, and this airport is kind of a mess to be randomed in. So, hello. And of course, because I was early, I wasn't randomed. Ta-da! But that gives me time to grab a quick bite to eat here for breakfast. I have yet to eat. And then I'm going to take something with me, like a couple empanadas or something to eat on the plane to Colombia and then back. But I didn't want to carry any other things with me in terms of food or anything I'd have to declare through customs because I'm lazy. So I just took my rolling tote bag, which has all of my required items, but that's it. Some phone chargers and stuff like that, just in case. What else? Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. I will see you sometime soon. I hope this empanada place is open. It's called Casavana. I forgot to mention, if you have been with my channel for a long time, you might remember a subscriber by the name of Diva. I saw him. I saw him today, Kevin. I was going to be go through KCM, and there he was, elegant as always. And we got a little hug, and it was nice to see him. It's been a very long time since I've seen him. There's breakfast. That looks very good. So they have empanadas. They do. So excited. Let's go to Cali. I've never been there before. Huh?
Wrong Cali.
Wrong Cali? Oh. Things I do not understand. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave that at that. I will never understand how people leave public spaces in the condition they do. I don't understand. But I don't have kids, so maybe as a parent you just get used to that. I don't know, but that flight from Fort Lauderdale here to Cali, Colombia was lovely. It was actually quite nice. Little challenge with some folks not listening to the announcements regarding the lavatory and stuff, but I think a lot of that is chalked up to be language barriers, so all we can do is do our part. But it was a very nice flight. It was three and a half hours. Very nice compared to, it could have been 4. So I'll take 3.5. That's fine. And then the cleaning staff here is superlative. There's a huge team of them, and they're literally cleaning. They're not just like light cleaning. They're seriously cleaning. And I think we have to get off the plane for the security search. I don't know. Find out. I don't do international trips ever. So, all right, I will see you later. Yep, we had to get off the plane, but just for a few moments while they checked the front where we were standing earlier. But let's go back to Fort Lauderdale, shall we? Full. Every seat is full on this plane. Lots of people. It is so gross out here. I'm like the Wicked Witch. I melt with humidity. So that flight, 3.5 hours. Easy as pie. A lot of people not listening to directions, but I think it was really more down to language barriers. I think our shuttle is trying to drive away. Let's see if we can catch it. We just barely caught the shuttle, mostly because I'm so large it's hard to miss me on the sidewalk. Hey guys, how are you? You can see by the quality of the light outside the window there that it is dusk. My room is still as messy as it was. I asked them not to clean the room because it didn't make any sense to have someone come in here, a housekeeper, and work at making my bed look like it did when I walked in last night. My bed at home has not been made since 1975, maybe. I have never made my bed as an adult. Never. It's something I don't do. So why make someone come in and make my bed up for me? So I was able also to leave my suitcase, including my laptop, right here in the room, mostly because I trust the hotel staff, and you have to put a password in for my laptop. So I didn't want to cart around all of my stuff today. So I just took my Toomey rolling tote. I broke the handle. The handle broke on my tote bag, so I have to find out who in Las Vegas can repair a Toomey bag. Let's see, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, the bright spots on our plane today. We had a couple airline employees of the same company I work for that were flying for pleasure, and they were super, super, super nice. And I met a JetBlue flight attendant who recognized me from my YouTube channel, and one of the gentlemen in the shuttle tonight to our hotel here recognized me and thanked me. He said he watched all of my videos during the pandemic. And then he said, and look at me now in the same uniform, which is really flattering. It's very sweet. I wonder how many people consider me having been a part of getting their job as a flight attendant. I wonder, has anyone out there felt that I was partly due to helping guide you towards that career path? I think my ego might not want to know that answer to that question. But I met a couple people today who recognized me from my channel. It was very, very nice. But all in all, a very nice trip. Something I will probably do again. I have historically avoided international trips at all cost, mostly because I've been scarred by going through customs, particularly through Houston. It was a mess, and I thought, never again, never again. I don't want to do this unless I have to. But on this trip, it was super easy. I think customs took maybe 5 minutes, less than that, honestly, 5 minutes to get through customs. It was super easy. So maybe I'll do trips with international turns if they're, again, you know, high quality trips. Blah, blah, blah. So I am going to have a Diet Dr. Pepper I bought downstairs and a Kit Kat because I have been craving chocolate. I've got one more meal. I'm not really that hungry. I think this is giving me enough of a snack to tide me over before bed. I've got more couscous and more of that Trader Joe's Indian stuff. I'm going to eat that tomorrow for lunch before I leave here. And I forget what time our show is, but blah, blah, blah. I will see you. If something happens tonight, I'll say hi, but otherwise I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. When was it I saw you last? I think I was settling in with a Diet Dr. Pepper and a Kit Kat bar, if I'm not mistaken. I did play video games until probably 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I woke up, went back to sleep, woke up, went back to sleep, played some video games, ate my couscous and Indian stuff. I'm probably going to be bringing it on a lot of my future trips. It's delicious, it's super cheap, and it's very convenient. Doesn't have to be refrigerated. What's better? But I did have that just a few minutes ago, and I'm all ready for work. It is, let's see, my watch is going to turn on. Hold on. I have to tap it with my nose for it to turn on. It is 3:27. My shuttle is at 4 o'clock. So I'm going to head downstairs and hopes that there's some coffee downstairs and get on our day. We have a 5-hour plus flight from Fort Lauderdale to LA. It's been a while since I've had a 5-hour flight. Yesterday was a long day, but it was cut in half. You know, today, 5 hours plus, and then we fly back to Vegas. So the LA flight should be super simple. The Fort Lauderdale flight, it's going to be long. It's going to be long, but we're going to have a great day. What else is going on? What else is going on? And we're pretty full on both legs. I would prefer a full flight over a very light load. What about you guys? If you're flight attendants, do you prefer light loads or full flights, and why? Personally, for me, I like full flights because no one has room to move around. When there's light flights, people go, oh, there's an empty row in the exit row. Let me just pop over there. Or people just like to move. I don't know why. Can I sit over there? Can I sit over there? What about the back row? Blah. You know what? Please take your assigned seat. Thank you so much for everybody's safety. So I prefer full flights because I find them to be easier. I think the company is going to make more money that way. And I get the chance to meet more interesting people. So for me, it's a win-win-win having a full flight. But let me get downstairs, get some coffee, and I'll see you soon. It never hurts to be friendly and have a little joke on the side. I was just getting a little cheese Danish from this place in the airport here that I enjoy. And 2 JetBlue flight attendants came up and said, hey, how are you? And my standard reply to, hey, how you doing is middle-aged, how are you? You know, or middle-aged, living the dream. And everybody laughed because it's funny. And the lady behind the counter just gave me my Danish. She's like, thanks for making me smile. It was like, oh my God. I told her, oh my God, this announcement's so loud, hold on. So I thanked her very much for the Danish. And I said, you know, when you're as gay as I am, but you look like I do right now, I said, it's hard to throw a compliment at a lady without making her feel uncomfortable. And because she kind of gave me Alicia Keys vibes. Beautiful girl. And she laughed and she said she heard it as a kid. But it's just never wrong to be friendly and have a little, you know, fun little one-liner because you might get a cheese Danish out of it. And make someone's day. Who knows? Hey guys, hi. Welcome to LA. Do you remember all the enthusiasm I had earlier in the day? Well, most of that evaporated halfway to LA. It took this trip, this day, took every bit of our skill sets, every one of our skill sets to make this flight as easy and smooth as it was. Not to say that it was easy, because everyone on this aircraft wanted attention, which they deserve completely, but some went about it in ways that weren't, I don't know, it's hard to say. Sometimes being able to vocalize your needs, like when you're dealing with children who get banged up and hurt, I'm like, you want to use your words, let me know what's wrong, let me know what hurts, rather than just some people don't know how to use their words, and it took a lot of our skill sets to make sure that everyone was taken care of in the way that they should be and deserve to be. But it was hard for some people to express their needs well. And it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work to try to give everyone the service they deserved. But I think we succeeded. I think we succeeded as a group. It was just under 5 hours, so it wasn't the worst, but it was a long flight. Thankfully, we don't have a sit here in LA. We just fly right back to Vegas. I should be home by 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m., so that's good. What was I going to tell you? I had 2 empanadas for dinner. I got those from the hotel. Excuse me. I really don't know what else I can tell you. I do look forward to hitting Taco Bell or something on the way home, because I am getting hungry. That's probably part of my mood. And I need a little caffeine. So I think that's it. I think that's it so far. I don't even know how to talk anymore. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Let me stop talking, and I will see you guys back in Las Vegas. I'll make it. Good morning, guys. How are ya? Welcome back to Las Vegas and my car. It's obviously the next day. I was incapable of filming anything last night, because by the time I got home, I was so wiped out. I mean wiped. The flight from LA to Vegas was fairly easy. I mean, it was a 48-minute flight. Super easy. We were completely full. Every single seat was taken, and I love that, because it's better for the company. And, there's less movement. I think I described why I like full flights. It was pretty easy, again, mostly because it was such a short flight. And we deserved that. We deserved an easy flight after the Fort Lauderdale to LA flight. That was a lot. And I'm not even sure how to describe it. I wasn't overwhelmed, especially in the fact that I was position C, which is the back of the aircraft from my airline. It was not overwhelming, but it was a very demanding flight. And that's fine, because I'm at my best that way, but it was just nonstop. It was really just nonstop. And that's it. There were very few moments where you could sit down and eat something without someone handing you trash. It's like, let me find a place to put my food, so I can take your garbage. The bathrooms were a wreck. The bathrooms were a wreck last night. I had to apologize to the cleaning staff that came in to take care of the plane in LA. The lav in the middle of the aisle sort of area I had to lock it off the last maybe half hour of the flight, because it was just, I don't know physically how people could do what they did to that bathroom. So I had to lock it off, because I couldn't clean it well enough that someone should be able to use it. Blah, blah, blah. That was like the cherry on the cake yesterday. But otherwise, again, in the middle of it, it felt a lot. Afterwards, after I'm in bed, I'm like, the day wasn't so bad, but I'd rather not do that again. So, I am on the way to pick up my sponsee. We're going to go to our home group. I suspect I may have passed. Did I? I think I may have passed by his street. So I'm gonna let you go. And nope, I'm in the right way. I will see you guys in the next video, which I don't know when that'll be. I'm off for 5 days. Yay! I'll probably film something during those. So I will see you soon. All right, toodaloo. Fly safe. Bye.